welcome back with us in the vehicle. You just couldn't resist looking at a couple more water drops again. We're just making our way towards Buffelshoek Dam. Not that far away now. We're only I'm still deciding which road we'll take. We'll probably take Hippo Walk-Up Road, which is the shortest road there. Go have a look around. I'd love to see those hippos again, especially that little one. And then thank you. We've had quite a few questions come through again. It's really awesome getting your responses, and we'll have a look and a listen and a talk about some of those questions when we get to Buffelshoek Dam. Yo, that's quite a big family of, look at that up on the road. Very big family of crested francolins. 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 of them there in total. I don't think I've ever seen a group this big. Might even be, and again it's more just an assumption, it might be that it's two different groups that are just hanging around close together, even though that's not as likely. Typically crested francolins are territorial, so they have certain areas and they have neighbors, and it's not like a fierce battle like with lions where they'll kill each other necessarily, but they do tend to stick to their own areas. So maybe they're just right on the edge of that, so otherwise not impossible, but it might be that a couple of crested francolins just had a very, very successful breeding season, maybe had 2 clutches of eggs quite close together.
Like walking down the road, eh?
They love walking down the road. I think probably the most common thing we see on the roads are these Pacific francolin species, the crested francolin. And especially this morning, with the grass being as wet as it is, it's just water everywhere. It keeps them nice and dry. Nice to find a leopard walking down the road now. Leopards also like walking down the road. Let's go have a look around that corner. Try to have a quick squiz there. Most of them, as they can do, disappeared into the grass very quickly. It did look like there were slight size differences with some of those chicks, so maybe just 2 different clutches, 2 different broods. I don't know what exactly. Probably 2 different broods, I think. Clutches would be referring to the eggs before they turned into feathered birds. Just please pardon me when I make the occasional slip with words. I've got the excuse of English being a second language, so that's my excuse and I'm going to stick by it. Whoa, it's raining. Not really, just the antenna that hit one of the branches. Try and find the perfect one. You're driving past a lot of round leaf teak here, and they're those ones with those big saucer-like leaves, so lots of water drops on them. bit of a messy one. Interesting things going on right in the middle of that web. If you look at that part that James is looking at, then apart from all the drops again getting stuck to the leaves around it, this is from a I forgot the name, some kind of tropical tent spider or tent spider, but that actually looks more like eggs in the middle there, to be honest. Actually see the spider there as well. On the monitor I couldn't even make it out. It's very well camouflaged, sitting there right at the bottom of those white sort of egg caches. At first I thought it was just a normal stubulamentum made up out of old husks of animals that the spider's eaten, but it looks like it's actually probably lots of little eggs in there, or maybe quite soon lots of little spiders coming out of that. It's amazing. The other thing you can see there as well is with your tent spiders you get a whole variety of them. Basically you get this whole very like sort of call it like a chaotic or a mix of little webs, and those webs, all they do, they're not sticky, they just help to trap insects. So insects fly into it and then they get trapped in this network of it and they fall down and they land on that plane. Now if you look very carefully just above the spider you can see a little bit of a flat horizontal plane of webs, and that's actually a sticky web. So the insect hits the little strands further up the network of the sort of the greater web, and they get trapped and they fall down and they get stuck on that stickier part.
There's something coming out of the above him.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I'm just going to try and have a closer look with the naked eye.